Okay, another week, another Movement Weekly, an update of what we've been doing, what's coming up at our video production company here in Tokyo, with a few filming in Japan tips thrown as well. First up, what we've been up to recently. At the moment, we are editing a one-day shoot we did for a large international tech company, can't name names yet. Last week we sourced the location, a stylish house studio kind of place, but much nicer than usual, as the owners are also interior designers, so there's some great furniture and layout there. And we also provided the crew, and as the interview component was all in Japanese, we are also handling the edit. It's a short documentary style piece profiling a young CG artist using the client's software and services to create a really sort of out of this world, compelling futuristic worlds. Actually, the CG artist had an interesting comment that went something like this. He said, I'm not very good at doing things like drawing, painting or writing, but technology has helped me to express myself in a way that I can. And I'm really grateful to have been born in this time with such access to these tools, which I thought was a good quote. The studio we sourced had some wonderful natural light coming in through skylights, helping us get lots of nice pretty shots. But I'm also actually really happy how the interview came out. We managed to pull out some interesting comments on how the CG artist worked and his thoughts on technology, making it more than just a puff piece for the tech client. A problem with these kind of house studios in Tokyo is that most of them are not soundproof at all, with busy Tokyo streets almost always close by, as often just converted apartments chosen for easy access, and most are really only made for photo shoots where sound is not a consideration. The filming in Japan tip of the day would be, I guess, to make sure to actually go and check these kind of locations beforehand, to check the sound issues. I mean, that may look great if you can't do an interview, or you got to stop the interview as traffic goes by. It's not going to work. So make sure the sound is at a manageable level, or as we've done in the past actually, is to just build out a set in a soundproof white box studio to make sure. The next day, for a complete change of scenery, I was out in the mountains of Niigata, filming a field of flowers from the air with our Inspire 2 drone, and also some ground shots for a cosmetics client. The area during winter is a ski resort destination, and there were signs for ski and board rentals still up. Maybe they're all year actually. Although the only snow was a Faroe mountain tops. Just finished part one of what will be a multi-day shoot for a regular client who's shifting offices in the Tokyo downtown area of Nakatacho. We filmed in their current spaces and also in the enormous open space, I think it's 3 or 4 times the size of the new office area, before the build out of the interior starts. The idea is that in the edit we mix in before shots of the cramped current office space with a spacious new complete office, as well as shots taken in the new empty office from the same angle. And so then we can have a sort of quick jump effect to effectively visually convey the change for the better, hopefully. A long-term client, so we're excited for them to be shifting to bigger, more work flexible offices. Coming up, we're bringing out prime lenses, slider and 3-point lighting for filming a couple of interviews to be broadcast as part of a hybrid event for the Tokyo edition of a tech client's annual event. A few days later, we're then filming a startup pitching event and some casual stand-up interviews in Japanese for an overseas production company that they can't make it to Japan at the moment. And then it's back to Kochi Prefecture in the great outdoors for a couple of weeks, for a week, bit of a week actually, filming the rivers and people there for a series of inbound tourism videos down in Shikoku, that is. We'll be kayaking, walking, cycling, canyoning in the river, and riding trains to get around, which will be fun. But we want to take it beyond. We want to take it beyond pretty pictures this time of the Japanese countryside, set to music, not just not go beyond the usual thing. So propose to also do some short interviews, comments to camera from the people we meet on the way. I proposed this to the agency, and they loved it. I want to hear why they're doing what they do, to hear from them what they're excited about to share with visitors when tourism opens up in Japan. We want to go beyond the pretty visuals to hear their stories, in the hope that visitors can feel a connection to the area, and understanding that goes beyond just the scenery. Sort of try and get some connection to the people making their living and livelihood there. We'll see how it goes. And yes, the short film script that I talked about before, set in Hiroshima, is still in development. Still writing the scripts. Come on, pretty good actually. You've got the main flow done, but I've decided to put that on hold at the moment and work on getting a shorter, simpler to shoot script out and produced first. We're also working on some vertical videos, but more on that in another weekly update, hopefully soon.